Hi, Dad. Happy Labor Day.
Oh my God, can you believe September's here already? And it's getting chilly outside. Autumn is in the air. How did you like last night's Hallmark?
Oh,
Yeah.
I love this
Yes.
one. This week it was called Head Over Heels, and we concluded Summer Nights with Hallmark.
Yes, and now we're into autumn. We're into football season. We're in the middle of the women's NBA season. And Hallmark is now bringing us wonderful, wonderful autumn presentations like last night.
Yes. So this one I thought was fantastic. It brought us into the shoe industry and love, combined two of my favorite things.
Well, it was interesting because your mother was looking for a pair of shoes to match a pair of blue jeans that she had gotten. And she dragged me into a shoe department. And what I couldn't understand is there were so many designs and so many colors. And who would think of all those designs? Who are those designers? And everybody had their favorite brand. And last night, that's what Hallmark talked about.
Yeah.
Yes. How did you like the show?
So I really love this one. I thought it brought us back to a classic Hallmark movie of boy meets girl, girl meets boy, they fall in
Yes.
love, and it was just full of so much fun, I thought.
It was a very enjoyable evening, yes.
Mom stayed awake, which meant it was a good one.
Yes.
And it really just sparked so much joy, I thought, and probably not just us, but I think everybody.
And you know what was interesting? Normally, Hallmark has two main actors, the boy and the girl, and they meet. But last night, Hallmark had three sensational actors,
Yeah.
all in this one beautiful presentation.
You actually called this one out, Dad.
Yeah.
There was an extraordinary
Yes.
cast in this one. They did a phenomenal job. And the one that I think stood out, not just our main leads, but the character or
Yes.
the actress who played Delaney Diaz, the shoe icon, the heiress of this, that the crafter of these gorgeous heels and, this celebrity, shoemaker.
But like all of them, they come, everybody loves their shoes, and then a new brand comes,
Yeah.
and their shoes become secondary. And you wonder, how do you keep up? How can you keep ahead? And this is what Hallmark talked about, exposing us, the viewership, of this insane world of designing your shoes.
Now, this presentation reminded me, and I don't know if you watched it or you remember it. I'm sure we dragged you to it at the time, but The Devil Wears Prada. And I think Mom called it out, where you have, which was based on a true story as well. And I don't think I don't know if this was, but not, so I shouldn't say as well, but Alexandra Castillo played this phenomenal role.
She was super, absolutely.
This Delaney Diaz, who had this shoe brand and used to be this brand that was such high luxury, and then because her name had these scandals around it, they kind of brought her down from high luxury to standard.
And
shoes.
she was afraid that she was going to lose her company, that someone was going to buy it out, and that she would no longer be the designer that everybody knew she was. And it showed about how young, newly minted designers come up sort of through the minor leagues of shoe design. And this is what Hallmark was about.
Yeah, and it was so cool. And then you saw our two leads, who was played by, which they aren't. Neither of these are new. None of the characters were new to Hallmark. But Rebecca Dalton was in this, which we loved her in the Snowflake one.
Right,
remember?
she was super.
And so we loved seeing her again. And then Olivier Renaud, who we loved in Love is a Twist, where he was from Cirque du Soleil, which he actually did.
Yeah, he's a performer.
He's a performer. And you can see, and he was phenomenal as this PR guy who had a relationship.
And the three of them interacted so beautifully, and it was so interesting to watch the shoe industry come to us, the viewership, and how they tried to survive the competition that's out there in the shoe industry, whether it's chartreuse or what color your shoe is going to be, whether you're going to wear Jimmy Choo or Steve Madden or Christian Louboutin. And I don't know who these people are, but I'm told they're shoe manufacturers and designers. And it was right there for us to see, and to see the love of these two characters like Hallmark does.
And it brought back the old cobbler. You know, when you used to bring your
Yes.
shoes, when people bought more expensive shoes and took their shoes to be reconditioned at a cobbler. I don't even know where you can find an old cobbler.
There aren't many cobblers around anymore. Right.
I love seeing that, though, because I remember when we used to take our shoes to the cobbler down the road.
You get a hole in your shoe or your heel starts to wear down, you get a cobbler to fix it. Now you just throw it into the trash.
Yeah, and I love the idea of, you know, and how she kind of repaired it and actually made them a brand new shoe by adding different colors, and that's what made her get her start. And
that's right.
It was spectacular. If you guys have not seen it yet, this is a must.
Yes, and what's for next week?
So next week is we start Fall Into Love. And there are some spectacular lineups in Fall Into Love, but our first one has one of our favorites, which is Lacey Chabert, and she will be in His and Hers. And this is about divorce lawyers that are married, and so they play separate sides in this case. So it should be interesting, I think.
Well, for those individuals, unfortunately, who have gone through divorces and who've met divorce lawyers, I'm sure that this will bring a little excitement and reality to the life of divorce lawyers. But I think it should be very interesting to watch. And Hallmark, again, is bringing to us such wonderful things that we never think about, such as shoe design, such as divorce lawyers. And you wonder what's next and how do they put it together to make it such an exciting evening. And I noticed that you and Mom really loved the evening. It was wonderful.
It was. I love that Hallmark got back to like a classic story that's just fun to watch. I love that it kind of brought me back to The Devils Wear Prada, which I really love that.
Yes.
And not only did Mom and I, you really like this. So on your stars, I know you would give this not 5 tears because none of us were crying during it.
No, it was an exciting, enjoyable evening. It kept us very enthralled into the dialogue and the 3 characters that were featured.
Yeah.
And I know that in reviewing, you seem so excited about what's coming to Hallmark.
Yeah, so we actually, just when I was watching and doing a little bit of research and seeing what was coming in the few next, months or something, there's a new trilogy. And I know you love the Wedding Veil trilogy.
Yes, the Wedding Veil trilogy was super. And it's about 3 young ladies who are bridesmaids, and who hasn't been a bridesmaid, and their adventures into finding love and marriage. And now you wonder, well, why doesn't the groomsman have the same story?
And there is. So there is a groomsman trilogy. Now it just says coming soon, so we don't know when it's going to be on. But there is going to be 3 movies. It's going to be from the male side, which they haven't done, I think, a movie male side of, looking into love from the men's view. And so I'm so excited to see that. And showing love from that side, and a trilogy, to say the least, of 3 men finding love, and then a groomsman story.
It sounds like Hallmark is, again, going to hit it out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to it. And I know that our viewing audience will love, if they haven't watched last night's show, to watch it and to learn about where the shoe designers get their ideas. But I think that they'll enjoy watching about groomsmen. I was a groomsman, it must be 3 or 4 times, and I had to rent a tuxedo to match the decor of the wedding. And ultimately, I went down the aisle, as all groomsmen wind up doing, or most of them do. But also, I want to call attention to this coming football season. And Jordana, you remember we talked about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce a year ago.
Yeah, we did.
And we talked about their love and romance. And here it is. Now we're looking for engagement rings. Can you believe that?
Don't quicken it for them. We don't know when it's going to happen, but we're all sending them the best and hoping for their love in the future.
And we're waiting to see them when the Kansas City Chiefs play in a week or so. And also we talked about Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever a year ago. And
she wasn't on the Fever a year ago. We don't know where she was.
Where she was going to go, but how wonderful she was.
Yes.
And her potential. And here we are now. The Indiana Fever has won 5 of the last 6 games.
Amazing.
And Caitlin Clark, along with Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston, are thought to be one of the main contenders for the championship of the WNBA. And we brought it here first with Caitlin Clark.
Pretty amazing.
A year ago.
Yes, spectacular. Now, I do want to remind everybody, if you're enjoying our content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We are growing. We're at 109 subscribers. So please subscribe. Hit the little bell to get reminded when we have new videos coming to you. And we love seeing this grow, and we love bringing this content to you.
It's a lot of fun, and we've enjoyed it. And to all of those who are friends, have a wonderful autumn. Enjoy the end of summer. Always the nicest time of the year is September and October. And the color in the trees will start to change. And the squirrels will be collecting all their food for the winter. And Hallmark will bring you and I and our viewership wonderful stories that will make our Saturday nights enjoyable. So for Jordana and myself, we wish you a wonderful week.
Have a great one, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.